Yeah, but I don't think I need them because I'm not reading anything. But I just wanted.
But you want to show them though.
I just wanted to show the podcasts, the YouTube watchers, you guy Joe. Here you go. Here are my new glasses. I hope everybody approves of the tortoise.
I love the tortoise. I think you made a really wise choice.
Do you like the shape?
Yes, because it's going to just go with everything.
Yeah.
I know it's tempting for us to go over the top every time.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
Us?
us?
What?
Us
Too much?
Two wallflowers over here?
But yeah, and I like that the girl said when I was trying them on, she said, these are really good because you can still see your eyebrows.
Oh, yeah.
Above them, which she likes.
Yes.
And she said something else. I can't remember, but it doesn't matter. I was like, sure, yeah, yes, because I got to decision fatigue very quickly in that case, as I always do.
You know what? I'm a pretty savvy decision maker.
Yeah. You are.
I know yes or no straight away.
Yep.
But picking out glasses is one of those things where I will hem and haw.
You can.
Over and over because
there's so many options
there's
too.
so many options, and I'm grateful for the options.
Absolutely.
But it's okay. It's been recording on here.
That's
why I do it twice.
It's our first time podcasting.
It's been a long night.
We're tired.
You guys.
Look at my face. Slept in my makeup, of course. Still have some blue eyeshadow on.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, just to show y'all. But now it just looks bruised. It just looks bruised. I look like I've been beat up. And in a way, I have. in a literal, no, in a figurative way, I have been beat up. Yeah.
Because last night was the
Bob Awards.
The Bob Awards, like the official party.
Yes.
To celebrate all the people that got Bob Awards.
Yeah.
However, we don't actually know
No.
who was a winner there last night.
No.
So I don't know about that.
So I have some critiques. And
Let's do roses and thorns, and let's start with your thorns.
Okay, thank you. I love starting with thorns because then we can only go up from there.
Yes, I think so.
Okay, so here's what I'd say to Charlotte Magazine, if you're listening, and I'm sure you are. Is that I have two things. First of all, the event was wonderful.
Yes.
Okay, it was great. It was at Camp North End. All the restaurants, the food was great. The
Yes.
drinks were amazing.
Yes.
Just the layout in general was such a great vibe. The band was fire. All good things.
Yes.
Okay, all good things for a party. There's some critiques though, all right? Some notes. And one,
get out your pen and paper. Now's
Yes.
the time.
I think it is important.
Yeah.
It's important.
Important.
Okay, that if I understand that maybe people don't want to wear name tags of some sort.
Yeah, not on our outfits.
With an outfit, but if there was a way, even with a wristband or something that was
or like a crown.
or get crowns for every winner. And then we know who the losers are because they're not wearing a crown on their head. It's so obvious. But like a bracelet, like even if it's a cheapo.
Yeah.
Even if it's like the ones that they put on us anyway for VIP.
Yeah.
But like if the green said winner. And like maybe yellow said runner up.
Yes. I like that.
Maybe white is guest.
Yes.
And then that way you could say to somebody very quickly like, oh my gosh, congratulations. Who are you? What did you win?
Yes, because we had no idea who was who at this event. And as I would ask people, I got such mixed reactions. It was either I am a winner for this company, I'm an employee of a winner, I'm a friend of a winner, or I was runner up. Like it was a little confusing.
Yeah. So, and I get that. Maybe that's the point. They're like, well, this encourages you to meet people and ask and whatever.
That's true.
But if we just had a little wristband, I think one way it's just one way to kind of give a shout out to the winners. Like, okay, here, you're going to be noticed by this or whatever.
Yes.
And then same with runner up. But then you could also kind of see people stacking like, I mean, sorry, but I got 3.
You did get 3.
So like, let me show it off.
You would have 2 golds and a silver.
Yeah. No, 2 greens and a yellow.
Oh, is that what you went with?
Yeah, I went green, yellow, white, and I don't know why.
That is giving
You're right.
Brazil.
We should do gold, silver, bronze maybe. Maybe gold is the one. You're right. Gold is for the winners, silver is for the runner-up, and bronze are for everybody else.
Don't you have the Olympics on your mind?
I do have the Olympics on my mind. I'm very tired.
The creative juices have
Struggling.
not been flowing yet, although we did just make a
reel.
reel.
Yeah, we just did make a reel, and that was great. So that's something that I'd suggest.
Yeah.
Just so that, again, a little nod to the people who got something.
Yes.
And it doesn't cost a lot. Those paper bracelets are cheap.
Yes.
They're nothing, right?
Or do the crowns.
Or do the crowns, of course.
I'll take a lanyard.
Yeah. Oh, a lanyard could be great.
A lanyard would be good. And here's the thing, y'all. I think for us, like, it's not for us to be like, we won. However, it would have been so nice to be able to do additional networking.
Yes.
Because we did end up, thankfully, talking to some people who were like, y'all have a podcast. Tell us more about that.
We'd love to advertise
We want
on
to
there.
advertise. And so that was really great. But the only reason they knew that we had a podcast and that we were the winners for it is because I was able to shout it out.
Because Kristen... so we knew going into this. Here's the other thing that I was going to say, and the critique will lead into this.
Okay, yes.
The other critique is that it's getting, and we had this with the children's theater party.
Oh, yeah.
The theme.
Yes.
So what's happening is with the Bob Awards, they decided, since it's the 25th anniversary, they wanted the theme to be Party Like It's 1999.
Which we love that.
We do. But then it was like, okay, we'll come dressed in the 90s.
Yeah.
So some people we knew would just come dressed like a regular awards night.
Yeah.
Or casual or whatever. And then other people are going to be like, oh, it's a 90s theme. Let's go hard 90s.
Over the top, butterfly clips, the guys in the gold chains and bucket hats. Like, some people really leaned in. And then other people literally looked like they just came from work.
Just came from work or just came from a ball field.
Yeah.
I mean, it ran...
No.
Not the ball field.
I'm just saying, some people were in denim and extremely casual and not in theme, I'm saying.
Yeah,
just
100%.
extremely casual.
Yeah.
All the way up to this one, who was by far the most overdressed of the night.
Shocker.
And so that's the thing. It's like, you just never know. So I would like to encourage people, let's do theming for one thing.
Yeah.
And then let's just do a party for another. Let's make sure we are very clear on the attire.
Yes.
Let's really, let's know. Let's be a better job of, do a better job of communicating that.
Yes.
So that you don't think, because we love a theme. Y'all know that.
We do.
We have tons of 90s stuff.
Yes.
But we were a bit worried that we would be the only two dressed in 90s stuff.
Yes, we were worried. And to be honest, TBH, I didn't even know about the 90s theme. I did not know about it until what? A week before. And then I said to you, did you see that on the invitation that it's 90s theme?
I didn't.
My wonderful friends reached out and they were like, we're going to wear this. We're going to do the slip dresses. We're going to lean into the theme. I said, what are you talking about?
So here's what? So Kristen has already ordered this great silver dress and she really wanted to wear it to this.
The silver dress.
And I understand because it was amazing and you'll see how amazing it was in a moment. So she wanted to wear that because this is the other thing. This is what I was going to say. My brain is going to start firing on all cylinders. Just give it a moment. But it's like, some people want to look really nice when they're being celebrated for winning something.
Absolutely.
And
so you want to look your best.
You want to look your best. Is your best the 90s?
It may not be.
It might not be. And so I wish that we could just make a decision.
Yeah.
I wish that we could have theming for one thing, but then just nice dress attire for another thing.
Yeah.
And that they didn't always have to converge.
Yes, agreed.
And that happened at the Children's Theater thing. We had Sad Clown up to
Over the Top Elegante.
Sunset. I mean, how many times do we have to say this? Can we stop doing this? Okay. So Kristen already had this silver dress. She really wanted to wear it. I didn't see it. You were very strategic to never send me a picture.
But I didn't. When you asked me, I was at the beach. So I said, it's silver. I said, there's a skirt. It comes out. It looks like a disco ball. Was that not accurate?
No. It was so much more than that. It was so much more than that.
It was a ice skater's outfit.
It was amazing. So she had this dress. So she's like, wouldn't it be funny since we've already done the whole silver and gold thing?
Silver and gold bit.
Thank you, friends. Keep the old. One is silver, the other's gold. BravoCon.
Yes.
And so she's like, that would be so funny. So find a gold dress. So then I'm tasked with finding a gold dress with 3 days left to go. And I start rapid fire ordering from Amazon. They're all terrible. But whatever. I ended up still just wearing one because I had no other options. I went to the mall. I looked.
Did you go to the mall?
Oh, I did.
I
went
never
to the
knew
mall.
if you went.
I did.
And you
I
didn't find one thing?
I didn't have time to go to an actual department store, so I tried Forever 21 and Francesca's.
You didn't go to a department store? That's where the gold dresses are.
I had about 4.5 minutes yesterday to do this. We were supposed to get to the Bob Awards at 6:30. I was still in the Bank of America doing Lily's Canadian transfer for her camp at 5:15.
No.
I still had to go home, shower.
No.
Get totally ready for the event and get to her band awards by 6, of which I had to walk in dressed in a gold lame dress, butterfly clips, blue eyeshadow.
You guys.
To her band awards.
To Lily's band awards, dress in her 90s fit. But Buckley also said I guess they'd had a dinner with her in-laws right before.
At least that's her in-laws. You can say to them, like,
I know, but she was out at a restaurant and she felt like, I'm dressed in these like knee-high socks. She was kind of giving Clueless. It was so cute.
Yeah.
But then she was like, but also people just dress like this now. So maybe people aren't even questioning.
No.
She
looked much better than me walking in to the high school band. It was the awards ceremony, and then it was leading right into the concert. And Lily was like, "Are you sure you want to come in? Do you need to be here? Do you really need to come in?" And I was like, "You're the one who's been begging me to come here. If you win an award, don't you want your mother to see it? Your father's already out of town. No, don't you want me there?" She met me outside of the cafeteria where the dinner and banquet and everything. Yeah. And she was like,
"Mom, please."
Shaking. She's like,
"Please don't do this.
Are you sure that you want to come in?" I'm like, are you really that embarrassed? Here's the thing. I can't be embarrassed.
No, you never are.
I don't have that. No. I don't have that bone in my body.
And as we've said, like, whatever it is you've chosen to do, you lean in. Yeah. As I said with the sad clown, if you found yourself in that position, you just lean in. You lean hard.
So I walked in.
I proud. In. Your shoulders were high.
That's right.
Yeah.
And there's just the tables in the cafeteria, and lined with kids, their parents, administrators, teachers. I walk in and I go, I have a 90s party to go to after this. That's why I'm dressed like this. I just announced it to the whole thing. And Lily's like, I'm going to sit down with my friends.
I love that you just told everybody.
I said, spread the word.
Spread the word.
I said, Tammy, spread the word.
Tammy.
My friend Tammy was there. I said, Tammy, let your table know I'm headed to a 90s party. I said, Lily, let your table know I'm headed to... Bella and Jack were flanking me.
Yeah, it's fine then. Oh, we'll bleep it out.
Okay.
Bella and the boyfriend were flanking you.
They were flanking me. I felt like I was rolling deep. I was fine with it. And then 5 minutes later, Lily's like, okay, I think I'm good. I don't think that the words are going to start for a while. So if you need to head on your way, you can.
She fully kicked you out.
She did.
And you know what's interesting about that to me is I see Bella as more the one that would be like, Mom. And that Lily would be more like, whatever, it's my mom. Who cares?
No, Lily does usually have the most confidence.
Yeah.
But when it comes to, I don't know if it's just the age or whatever, she is starting to feel the embarrassment.
Well, that's true.
And I'm just like, I just can't be embarrassed. Meanwhile, Bella, she wears whatever she wants.
Right. Well, she's into the retro, the vintage.
She is. So she's showing up, to high school wearing,
a doily.
A doily.
Well, this is reminiscent of when I was doing that Florida State chant in Town Tavern, really loud. Because I think some Alabama fans walked in or something, and I was just like, FLORIDA. And I thought Lily was going to melt into the floor. She was like, stop.
She can't handle that.
Stop.
She can't handle it. She does. She gets embarrassed by us, especially when we are going hard. She retreats even more like a turtle, just pulling that head in. But I just don't get it. I don't have that in me where I get embarrassed about things. I just walked in proud. The only thing I was a little bit concerned about is my dress was a bit see-through.
It was see-through.
And I did want...
I will say, I never saw the sun shining through it. I know you said that when you walked up because the sun was still blaring.
Yes.
But then the sun, I mean, it was like 10 minutes and the sun went down.
That's why I felt okay about it.
Yeah.
I was like, should I put on some booty shorts under here? I did wear panties for
did.
everyone wondering. I did wear it just in case because people would have absolutely been able to give me a pap smear
Yes.
if I didn't. If the sun shined just right, they would have been like,
ma'am. We see
you're clear. No HPV.
VULVA. Speaking of, real quick before I forget, Ashley confirmed that Dr. Beaver talks to women about their IUDs.
How often?
Once a week at least.
Wow.
Once a week at least. So I win.
You do win. Closest without going over, 10 and 12, and you went 12, and you are the big winner, and we were both very off.
Yes, he said it's about 52 times a year.
Okay, well, good to know, Dr. Beaver. Look at my terrible winking still.
The blinking and the winking.
Okay,
so anyway,
so I'm in this gold dress.
Yeah.
So again, she says, I'm going to wear a short silver dress.
Yes.
With a skirt that goes like this.
Yeah.
So I get a gold dress, just doing my best. And then I believe we said, then we will 90s it up with our hair and our accessories.
Okay, and I tried. I tried with my shoes. I wore prom 99 shoes, which Michelle did confirm she wore those to her prom.
Okay.
And the bag. And then I did a shimmery eye. Did you not see it?
A shimmery eye.
I pulled out my Morphe eyeshadow palette for
I
this.
also pulled out a Morphe eyeshadow palette for mine.
Because I'm not keeping a silvery blue out on the counter.
No, I know. It was shimmery, but you still head to toe just looked
like myself.
Awesome and like yourself. It wasn't at all giving 90s.
Okay, but let me tell the people because I didn't tell any of our friends. Y'all, I had ordered headsets for us.
Oh, yes.
Okay?
Yes.
I'm so mad about it still. I had ordered headsets. So, like Britney Spears, when she's in concert and she's, oh, babe. And she's now. So she's got the headset with the little black ball on the end.
And it comes like this across your cheek.
Yes.
Y'all know.
And it's iconic, I think, for 90s, early aughts pop stars.
Yes.
And so I said, all right, since we didn't necessarily plan on the 90s, let me order these for overnight delivery, and it'll be great. Well, we had to leave around 6, and delivery window was from 6 to 8 p.m.
No.
But guess what? We got home, and I looked on my front porch, and there they were.
Cool.
So that's cool.
Well, we should have recorded with them today. Maybe next time.
But anyway, that was going to be more of my 90s nod.
Right. Well, instead, I wore butterfly clips in my hair, just like I did for my prom in 1999, which y'all have seen that picture. So I did butterfly clips, full blue eyeshadow, and then showed up and looked at her and was like, you look amazing. Well, this is fantastic.
Well, so did you. What are you saying?
I could have just worn my hair normal. I didn't need butterfly clips. If you're going to put a halo in and wear your hair exactly as is right now, why am I in butterfly clips? Huh?
But you look so good in them.
I disagree. Every picture I look at, I feel like I just look like, I'm trying to say, the girls who are putting on those puffy headbands to do their skincare routines.
I love my puffy headbands.
I know you do, but would you wear that to an event?
I might.
Stop it.
I would.
So I kind of look like that because the way they were twisted and then the clips, it just looked like that. And I don't know that that's the best silhouette for my head. But instead, every picture now, that's my silhouette. That's my head. Not to be confused with this Lance Bass head that Kristen did steal from the party. So again, Charlotte Magazine, if you are listening, and I'm sure you are, we will return this if you want to reuse it, but we thought it was a parting gift.
I don't think so because we had a friend walk off with the Usher head, and as we walked by, there were some guys. Usher. There were some guys in some swings, and they were holding the Britney Spears head. Yeah, they had the Britney Spears.
But we got Lance because remember, who did I dance next to?
Lance Bass.
Lance and Justin, who shall not be named.
Yes.
But Lance Bass was also there. He was not into me, and now we know why.
Yeah. But we were very excited to have this on the dance floor.
Yeah, you were.
Can we sneak out with this?
She was just dancing with it.
I'm sure YouTube this whole time watching this has been like, why is Lance Bass's head in the background?
Well, now you know, and that's why you watch, and that's why you listen all the way through to the end. So she looks fantastic in this silver thing. The hair is herring, the makeup is perfect, everything. Not giving 90s, but Matt very much was.
Yes. Oh, and that was my other thing is I said, okay, Matt is also going to be my 90s accessory. He's my 90s red carpet boyfriend.
So that's what she meant. By accessorizing for the 90s, she meant Matt was going to be dressed like the 90s and be her accessory. And now I know that's my bad. That's on me that I didn't clarify that, I guess. So anyway, electric chair. She looked fantastic. So it was no surprise to me when a couple minutes later, I hear on the microphone, costume contest. The costume contest is starting. If you were tapped on the shoulder by so-and-so, come to the front. Well, I'm up with CTM Travel Management. My girlfriend Kelly owns a travel agency, and she won. So she won for best agency.
I wouldn't have known that because she wasn't labeled, but go
exactly. Exactly, Charlotte Magazine. So she flew in all of her reps, got a party bus, the whole thing.
Oh my gosh.
Everybody to the Bob Awards.
What a good person.
I know.
I love that.
Isn't that great?
It's great.
Okay, so like half of the crowd there were her employees.
Wow.
So I think she had like 17 people. No, it was actually a bigger crowd than that, but y'all get my point. So I'm up there with her crew when I'm hearing this, and I'm like, wait a minute. Did I just watch Kristen in her perfect silver, cute as can be dress?
With my twigs.
Yeah, with her little skinny legs, just run to the front. And I'm like, oh my gosh, she must have been tapped.
I was tapped, but as the girl was announcing it, first it was the guy. I said, I'm not going up there until other people start going up. I'm not going to just shimmy up there. This feels weird. I don't like it. I didn't ask for this, actually.
Well,
and so then
looking so good, you did.
No, but then the girl that was tapping people got on the mic and started pointing at us.
Yes.
You. I talked to you. I talked to you. And so we begrudgingly, and who's your friend?
Guess who they didn't tap? Me. The gold bow dress and butterfly clips. Nah, because why would they have?
Shut up.
Why would they have?
But you were, again, one of the only people fully in theme. You, Meghan Trainor.
But
why wasn't Meghan Trainor up there?
I really wasn't fully in theme because the gold dress was just to be silver and gold. It was not a Y2K gold dress. I was trying to make it a Y2K gold dress.
You did a good job.
The accessories.
Whatever. These people by now have seen the photos. You know she looked great. She was giving way more Y2K than
I didn't feel it. I didn't feel great in it, but that's okay because Kristen got up there and represented the both of us, and that was enough for me. Like I said, I hitched my wagon to the right, girl. I know that. So I watch her run up there. So I tell Kelly, that's my girl.
Yeah.
That's Kristen. All y'all
cheer
on the party bus.
Yes.
You're cheering for her. She's like, got it.
Oh, that was
As I ran through the crowd, I was able to be like, hey, so-and-so, that's Kristen. Cheer for her. And it was so great because she won.
Speaking of 90s, that's
wow. Dun, dun, jock jams.
Jock jams.
But not only did she win.
Okay, this is super important.
Super important. And we're not saying it in a snotty way, in a sarcastic way. This was very important.
Are you saying what are you about to say? What am I about to say?
That you got on the mic and did all the things you needed to do.
Okay, good. I'm glad that's what you were going to say.
Yeah, because usually we're like, important, and it's not.
Yeah, but
I'm
this
like,
actually really
this
was.
one was so important.
So, in hindsight, I am pleased that at least one of us got to go up there because this was our chance to be like, hey, why we're here is for the podcast. Mm-hmm. So he goes down the line. He's giving the mic to people saying, say your name, give your outfit inspiration, yada, yada. Well, the first few people didn't even say like why they were there.
No, but Matt and I are stage momming Kristen so hard.
They're mouthing to me, say you're Christy Yamaguchi. Say this or that. Make sure you mention the podcast. Like on and on and on. So I'm like, okay, I'm taking notes.
Because she did look like a figure skater. When it all came together and I took in the vision.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, this is kind of giving figure skater outfit.
Absolutely.
That was in the back of my mind. Mm-hmm. When she goes up there and he's about to say, what's your inspiration? Mm-hmm. I'm thinking, I don't know if she's going to be able to say a really hard 90s theme here and people are going to believe it, especially without Matt standing next to her as her accessory.
As my accessory.
So I'm like, figure skater, say Christy Yamaguchi.
Yeah.
And later, someone did say Nancy Kerrigan, and that would have been even better. But Christy's a household name, too.
She is a household.
She better be.
Y'all better know who we're talking about.
Name them.
Name ice skaters from the 90s. Name them.
Tanya Harding. Nancy Kerrigan. Christy Yamaguchi. Tara Lipinski. Y'all better come correct. I think Tara 90s? She's so young. Yeah, maybe not. I mean,
but she's again one of these names. It's still giving Y2K, I think.
I think so too. Early aughts, at least.
And so I had all this in my mind.
Yes.
And I said, self, you're going to plug this podcast.
Yeah, you are.
Here, right now. They didn't give me a lanyard. They didn't give me a crown. They didn't give me a wristband, but they gave me a microphone.
They sure did. And we are used to that.
Ooh, I'm used to a microphone now. So Matt later was like, wow, you took that mic and you had a whole lot to say.
Yep.
And I said, and I'm going to say it. And so I did. I said, I am Kristen. I am with the All That to Say podcast. We are the Bob Award winners for Best Podcast in Charlotte. Thank you so much. And my inspiration is giving 90s Christy Yamaguchi, a little bit of Gwen Stefani. I came with Gavin DeGraw. He's over there.
Gavin Rosdale.
Gavin DeGraw. God, not Gavin DeGraw.
The fact that Gavin DeGraw came out before Gavin Rosdale. What does that mean? Interpret that.
Gavin versus Gavin, no.
Yeah, but Rosdale's by far the hotter. My God.
100%.
Yeah.
Where is Gavin DeGraw?
No clue.
He's wherever Macklemore is.
Wherever he is. What's up, Macklemore? Where you been?
That is one of the things we've talked about, that the prediction has not come true yet.
No, but it
will. I'm waiting for a single to come out where we're going to be like, we told you!
And the single's going to be titled It's Been a While or something.
It's going to be called Where You Been.
Where You Been.
But no to Gavin DeGraw. Yes to Gavin Rosdale.
And so she has the mic. She uses her 10 seconds. She gets it all out.
All in.
And it was so amazing because then people were like, she does look exactly like a 90s ice skater.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
It's giving 90s ice skater.
I was like, do a triple lunge.
She did. She mouthed the words, do a triple lunge.
Or a sow cow. Whatever. It was so good. Does anybody really know the difference between the Lutz and the sow cow and the loops and the
Not me.
Not me. I know it's about how you take off on the edge and if it's on the front toe or back, and if it's on the inside edge or outside edge. But I still, when the announcers are saying it and they're like, and now they're setting up for the triple Lutz, I'm really trying to figure out, okay, it looks like they're going backwards on an outside edge.
Oh, yes, because some of them do start out going backwards. They snake.
And some go into it forwards and lift off. So that's the difference. It's the direction in which you take off, and I believe what side of the blade, and then maybe even front to back or something.
All I know is that when ice skaters are skating, my butthole is tight.
All the time.
I think of all the sports, even more than gymnastics, I am just so clenched, so sweaty and clenched in my seat watching, because I know they're going to be doing 4 or 5 of these really big jumps, and I am so scared every time.
For me, it's gymnastics beam.
Oh, beam. Yeah, because they could hit their face.
It's gymnastics beam, and then, probably ice skating.
The jumps on ice skating.
And then sometimes diving, because their heads look like they're getting so close to that platform or the
concrete block.
Ugh, that.
And one guy hit his head.
Greg Louganis.
And he bled all into the pool.
He bled, and it was a big scandal because it later was found out that he had AIDS or HIV.
He was HIV positive.
And it was a scandal.
Yes. That also might have been the 90s.
It might have been. 80s, 90s, not sure, but obviously, this is a 90s themed podcast now, so let's just list more things.
Let's just say it was the 90s.
It was, but also the best decade.
Yeah, God bless.
God bless. Princess Diana died in 97. Oof. Never forget.
Well, you could have come dressed as her.
That
was a miss. Are you having regrets? You could have come as Diana. Okay, here she goes. Why did we not think of this?
I hate us.
I
hate us. I also had a great idea 2 days ago. I said, Kristen, we could have been Romy and Michelle.
Okay. That truly was your best idea.
That was my best idea.
But wait, you also said,
yeah.
Then we could have written down our podcast name to pass out to people on Post-its. On Post-its from Romy and Michelle.
Remember, they said they invented Post-its at the reunion. And so we could have been like, listen to the All That to Say podcast. Here you go. Here you go.
But you know what? We actually didn't know it was a 90s theme until 5 days before.
It is such a miss.
So,
there are so many misses here.
So many.
So many freaking misses. And then just to show up and not even like my gold dress. So many misses.
I told you I wanted you to come and feel cute so that I really didn't care what you wore. I just said mine's silver. You could do gold.
I was very nervous to walk in there not wearing gold.
You were nervous?
Because I wanted you to be pleased.
I sent you a video from my closet with 4 gold options.
I know. I knew none of those were going to work. I knew the romper was going to.
The romper was cute.
The romper's so cute. I've seen.
But it might have been up your hoo-ha.
Yeah, I thought that I would definitely get a yeasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm shorter waisted than you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. You are short.
I am.
But I am shorter waisted.
I'm proportional.
You're proportional.
I'm proportional in my short, and you are all legs.
Yes, I am legs, and I am hip. Actually, this is a fun fact about me. It is giving all leg, but it's actually half of the leg is just hip.
Who does Danny call hip? I can't think who. Oh, Emily. Emily from Real Housewives of Orange County. Just hip.
Just start calling me hip.
That's what I want.
I am hip.
You are hip.
And so, okay, but here's what I was gonna say. Oh God. So I'm going on and on. I'm on and on this microphone. I'm saying I'm with the podcast. Yeah. I'm Christy Yamaguchi. I'm this or that. And then he goes to the next girl.
Yes, Stephanie.
Stephanie, who I adored.
Yes.
Met her for 1 minute as we were standing side by side.
Yeah, she's great. Yeah.
And she's like, I'm with the Autism Awareness Charity. Yeah. We won.
Yeah.
And I'm like...
Kristen's up there for our podcast. What is it doing? Like, what are we doing here?
We are saving lives.
We are.
But this woman literally won for her charity work.
Yes.
And everybody cheers for her because several of her people were there and they were cheering. And you know what I felt like? West. Mm-hmm. West when he said, oh, fun fact about me, I have been to all 50 states. And then Jesse next is like, well, I had testicular cancer.
He's like, I beat cancer. I'm a 2-time cancer survivor. And Wes leans over and he goes, thank God I went first.
That is how I felt. I was like, thank God I went before her.
That's my Katie Couric. Oh, I have a bakery. I'm a mompreneur. And the girl, I had to follow the girl who was like, I found my mom a kidney donor on Facebook. That's how I use Facebook. And I was like, I use it to sell cookies out of my kitchen. It's so bad.
It's so
I went on Facebook and found my mom a kidney.
And I'm so
God, it was so funny.
So that was me.
It was giving.
So at that point.
But at least you went first. You didn't have to follow her.
I know.
She had to follow you.
I know. So I was cheering for her the loudest. I was like, okay, if I do want anybody up here to win, it is her. Not only did she look phenomenal.
She did.
Well, I looked at her and I said, you could wear this on any given day. You look so fire. She was like, I really actually would.
Yeah.
So I was cheering hard for her when they then went to the clapping portion of like, okay, now we're going to cheer and we're going to whittle it down to different people.
Unfortunately, for everyone else in the contest, we are the loudest, most obnoxious people anywhere ever.
That's it. I mean, we always are no matter what. So then to actually ask my friends to cheer, it's going to be deafening.
It was deafening and it really helped though because she easily won. There didn't have to be like a narrowing down. I mean, they got down to 3 people, but then it was just like, this is over. This has been over since the jump because we are going to scream like no one has ever heard before.
My friends, they will cut their throats. Yes. They will have a burnt offering before me in order to win.
Yes, we sure will. Don't try us.
It was super sweet. And then I won gift cards.
Yeah, what were your gift cards?
I haven't even looked through, but it was like to local restaurants around Charlotte. So we'll have to go.
And Britt wants to be invited.
Yes. And Britt wants to be invited. My
friend Britt.
Okay, do you know, who do people say she looks like?
She gets...
Brittany Snow? Brittany Snow.
Yeah, Brittany Snow. I think she gets a bunch.
Oh my gosh. Yes. I was like... I mean, for 1 second when I first saw her, I was
Yeah.
like, is that Brittany Snow?
Yeah.
But I was trying to place her, and then I realized it's from the Aesthetic Concierge that I had seen her.
Yes.
But anyway, she's real pretty.
Yeah, she's very pretty. Britt, my friend Britt with the Aesthetic Concierge, y'all have heard me talk about her, I think, on the very first, on 31.
Yes, on episode
On the
31.
Big O?
On the Big O episode.
Yeah, when I
Anyway,
said there
she
was a
looks
friend at a
great.
birthday party who was like, you should really do this.
Yeah.
That's Britt. And
Yeah.
so she was there, and she looked fantastic,
She looked
too. She
fantastic.
loves the theme, too.
Yes.
Loves the theme.
I really clicked with her.
She's easy to click with.
Yeah, when I meet people, there's a click or there's no click.
Yep.
It's, again, like decision fatigue. That even comes with friends for me. Like, it's pretty obvious from the jump.
Yep.
And I really clicked with her. She was easy to talk to.
You would love her. She's amazing. She's
we
great.
will go to dinner with Britt.
Yes, she was like, if I had to stand next to you and listen to everybody cheer, because it went Britt, then Kristen, and it was like, yay, and then it was like, ah! She's like, if I have to continue to be followed by this, you're at least treating me to a drink off of one of those gift cards.
I said, absolutely.
Fair enough.
So I was really happy to get the shout out because then, in the very least, people knew why I was there.
Yes.
And then as they would come up to me,
Yep.
and I'm not normally the networking girly.
No.
That's your job.
Yes.
You have the gift of gab. You are the one that's able to easily break the ice, easily just make people giggle.
And I'm fine talking about money too. Like
Yes.
sponsorships, here's what we charge, like stuff like that. I'm totally happy. Just like, let's get this all out in the open.
Yes.
You're looking to sponsor? Great. We're looking to take your money.
Yes. We will take it.
It's as simple as that.
And so we had some people come up to me that were like, we're from the Mint Museum.
Yep.
We're from here. We're from there.
Killingsworth.
Some ladies that do like pop-up. Oh, I'm very excited. I didn't even get to tell you. But these ladies, Slate Interiors.
Yes, love Slate. You went there.
I went there
filmed.
for the TV show.
Yeah.
Well, these ladies do a pop-up every few months, they said. And they have a warehouse. Anything that's extra from Slate
Goes there.
and places like Slate
Ooh, we love that.
go there to these women.
Okay.
And they pop up for 3 days.
Oh.
And you go and shop and get these things at a steal of a deal.
Amazing.
And so they said, "What's y'all's style? Are y'all?"
It sounds like the edit, whatever that big clothing thing is.
Oh yes, it is like
It
the
sounds
edit,
like
but
that,
for
but for
furnishings.
furniture. Okay,
And
got
they
it.
said they started to say, "What's y'all's vibe?" Because we are kind of quirky, kind of different. I said, "Ladies, you're in the right place."
Yeah, look at her ice skater outfit.
Yeah, I'm in Christy Yamaguchi.
Yeah, obviously.
But I said we love color, we love crazy, like that
Yes.
is our
Yes,
vibe.
yes,
So
yes.
I don't know. We'll see if we end up working with them. But it was really great.
But it's all because this girl listened to stage mom Matt,
Yes.
Gavin DeGraw Rosdale, and he said, "Don't forget to mention the pod." She's like, "I got it.
Got it.
Got it. And you did it.
I did it.
And it was such a fun night.
It was such a good night. Let's talk about the band.
The band was fantastic. What was it? Something Alibi.
Modern Alibi?
That sounds right.
Modern Alibi. We'll
That
go
sounds
with
right. Yeah. They couldn't have been more than 11 years old, combined age.
that. Looked so young.
These boys were so young, but they were fantastic.
Yes. I mean,
so talented.
on all the instruments and the singing, the vocals. Like it
Yep.
was really great. And
Really
they're
good.
Sweet. I think one of the dads was off to the side with
Yep.
a mom, a couple of
Yep.
girlfriends.
Yes.
And it was just really precious. I think they felt special because by the end, we all were jamming out to the tunes.
Yeah, a lot of people don't dance, but we dance to everything.
Yes.
So we were going to be up there no matter what. So it was just the two girlfriends and us for quite some time. We would sit down every now and again to rest the feet, but then come right back up. Finally, as the night went on and people started getting more hammered, then they started to walk forward and dance. But I mean, they kept it together. These boys were taking requests.
Yes.
They were doing some of their own music.
And what did they play for us?
They played.
Oh, that.
So Kristen and I are taking pictures up in front of the Bob Award letters.
Yeah, the
Okay?
big, what are they called? The marquee letters?
Yeah, marquee letters.
Yeah.
So we're up there, we're taking pictures, and we hear,
In the background.
excuse me, is that the Taco Bell bell?
Do I hear with my little ear?
Yeah.
My soundboard.
Yes.
Did someone bring
Did
it here?
somebody bring the soundboard and say, we heard that you said you had the podcast, we brought the soundboard, and now y'all are going to live record from here. Surprise.
We would have done it in a heartbeat.
Like that. Like that. Okay, know that.
Oh my gosh.
So we hear it, and we're like, That's a Taco Bell bell. Who's playing the Taco Bell bell? Are they about to show up with like a Taco Bell food truck?
Ooh.
And give us Liv Moss right here, right now.
We're gonna run for the border.
We sure are.
Quick.
And get a Crunchwrap Supreme.
Also saving lives. Those Crunchwrap Supremes. And so we figure out, in between songs, they're playing the Taco Bell bell. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't know what their bit was about it. I don't know why they started doing it.
I don't either.
We missed the bit.
Yeah.
But then we come back over, we sit down, and I said, after the next song, I'm going to go ask them to play it again. I will record it, and I will tell them, this is our bit.
This is our bit. We did this first. This here Taco Bell sound has been on this soundboard through all the iterations.
It's true. From
you've taken off, you've put on.
Yeah.
You've taken off, you've put on.
But it's always
But guess what? It's always here. That bell.
Know it.
So that is that's a consistent C. It's consistency.
It's consistency.
In our lives, in your lives.
Yeah.
And you can always rely on this bell. And so they were playing it. So Kristen's like, can you play the Taco Bell bell? And they were like, why?
Why? And then
But don't act weird about it. You're the one who played it first, guy.
And they played it 3 or 4 times by this point. So then the rest of the night they kept playing it.
They kept playing it because they knew.
Yeah.
Who are the girls up here dancing besides our girlfriends who are obligated to do so?
These two. Señoritas.
Yeah. Bonitas señoritas.
That's
Those
right.
two. I don't know what silver and gold is.
Ooh.
In Spanish. I don't recall. I know lots of the colors.
Yeah, rojo.
But I do not know. I know verde is green.
Azul.
Azul is blue. I know
blanco
is white.
Yes.
I believe anaranja is orange.
Oh, I think you're right.
And amarillo is yellow. Maybe.
Okay, oro. Oro is gold.
Oh, oro.
Let's play that again. Oops. Sorry. Oro.
Okay, and what's silver?
Okay, now we're going to look up silver. I mean, oro is easy to remember, I feel.
Yeah.
Okay, silver in Spanish is, looks like plata.
Plata. Good
plata.
job.
Oro and plata.
So good.
Yes.
So, oro and plata. Got it.
Okay.
Anyway, they kept playing the bell, and every time they did, we were like,
because they know and they get a cheer.
They're so extra. We're so extra.
We are.
We can't
help
it.
But they were real sweet. Good little band. I did ask how old they were. The young man said, I'm old enough. And I said, ooh, my husband's behind me. No, really, how old are you? And then the one guy said, 22.
22. But I'm going to tell you, one of them looked 17.
And that's the one that did say old enough.
Old enough.
The young one.
The one on the left? Wow.
With the mint green guitar?
Yes.
Yeah, he had said old enough. So I think he might have been 18.
Okay.
Yeah. He looks really young.
Not old enough in that way. Not old enough to drink, but old enough to not get you in trouble.
Correct.
Got it.
Correct.
Okay. Well, you do look great, and I could understand why he wanted to sleep with you. No. And then they played Stacy's mom, ironically. No.
We should have asked for that. We did ask for American Woman.
Yeah.
But they didn't know any Lenny Kravitz.
No, they didn't. But they knew a lot.
They did. They had a lot of Blink 182. Like, they were able to play some of those older songs.
90s songs, and none of them were born in the none of them were born or alive in the 90s.
Yeah, no, they were born after Y2K.
I was very, very, they were early aughts, as you always say. That's what they were born. Speaking of cute boys, I did run into my first boyfriend.
Oh, we got to talk about this. We have got.
We've got.
Okay.
What do they say in Housewives? What? You want to talk? Don't talk about the husband.
Don't talk about the husband. Don't you dare talk about my husband.
Yeah, don't you dare talk about my husband.
Okay. We're all sitting there, and someone's gaze drifts over.
Yeah.
And sees you 10 feet away, chatting it up with a tall, good-looking man.
Very good-looking man.
And we all thought, who is this?
Who's that?
And then you shimmy back over. You float back over.
In my oro dress.
Oro. And
see-through oro dress.
And butterfly clips.
Yeah.
And I think Dana, Harris Teeter Dana was there with us.
Yes.
She's the best.
Love you, Dana.
And I think Dana was like, tell us who that was.
And I was like, oh, that's my first boyfriend,
First
Adam.
first boyfriend ever, Adam. You said you dated when you were a sophomore?
Yeah, freshman or sophomore. I was trying to think of this when I was falling asleep last night because I wanted to dream of him. No, because that's just everything from the night was just running through my brain. Yeah. And I'm like, when did we? And also, was he my first? Because I do remember in 6th grade, Jake Schneider being like, hey, do you want to be boyfriend and girlfriend? And I was like, yeah, of course I do.
Yeah.
It was 6th grade.
Yeah, that doesn't really count.
And I wouldn't hold his hand either.
Yeah.
Just know that.
So you never held this guy's hand at all?
I don't think I ever held and it was Adam Tomlinson then. I think he's now Adam Hawthorne. But I didn't. He asked me, I think we decided to be boyfriend, girlfriend. We were friends. We sat next to each other all the time because he was T.O. and I was T.H. I was Thomas. He was Tomlinson.
It's giving Tom.
Yeah, it is.
Y'all were Tom.
We were the original.
Yes.
And there was a Chris Thomas as well, but since he was C, he came before me, then it was me, then it was Adam.
Okay, so like a natural romance was budding.
Yeah, we just had to sit next to each other in every class, homeroom, everything.
Yeah.
And so we talked all the time, and he was such a nice guy, such a good, nice guy.
And so he asked you and said, be my girlfriend.
Yeah, and I said, okay. And then I think a couple days later, he like tried to hold my hand, and I was like, oh my God, like this is moving so fast.
You said you thought you might get pregnant if
I
he held your hand.
I was just like, that could lead to sex and babies. So I can't do that. And remember, at the time, I was also very busy telling every boy in my high school that I was saving my hymen for Prince William. Mm-hmm.
I'm dying.
No.
Yeah. Hymen. Yeah.
So he did have that in the back of his mind.
He did probably have it in the back of his mind.
But maybe he thought, I can fix her.
Yeah. And I wish somebody would have sooner. And that's on me.
Yeah.
That's on me. So anyway, we did not do anything. I never even so much as kissed the boy.
Yeah.
I never even so much as kissed him. But
So it fizzled out, but it seems that
it was a short-lived boyfriend-girlfriend. We're talking
But you
weeks.
remained friendly.
Yes, of course we remained friends. There was no hurt.
There was no hurt.
How can you be hurt if you
can't be hurt?
anything?
Plus, y'all, Tom had to keep sitting next to each other.
We did. So there was no escaping us.
Okay. And so then you go on. When was the last time you saw this man?
I saw him at the 20-year high school reunion probably 5 years ago that I helped plan. And I'm sure we've seen each other since. He is very high up, I think, in choke construction.
Oh.
And so I would see him even when I was selling dumpsters because I was the construction rep.
Okay.
So we have continued to see each other over the years. He still lives in Charlotte. But I'm trying to think of the last time. I don't know. I know for sure I saw him at the 20-year high school reunion. And then we do like what we call Can You Stop That Red Machine? Because that was like our chant. Mike Duffy made it up in high school. Can you stop that red machine? And we thought we were so scandalous.
I love
by
that.
saying, hell no. You came to some of our stuff. Do you not remember?
I don't recall that at all.
Okay, yeah, it was like, can you stop that red machine? Hell no. And all of us Catholic kids were like, hell no. Like,
oh
we thought
my
we were
gosh.
So
Well, you know the Charlotte Christian people probably didn't love that.
No, I'm sure y'all didn't. And anyway, it was great. So we have like a private group even called that. And so sometimes we'll get together on Christmas breaks and stuff when everybody's in town visiting families. And so I'm sure I've seen Adam at one of those
seen
too.
you since you have been a wisp?
No. So he was quite surprised.
Okay, did he say anything?
Oh, yes, he did say something.
What did he say?
He just kept saying, you look so good. You look so good. You look so good. He was very sweet and very complimentary, and so was his wife.
Okay.
She said, I didn't even recognize you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the wife was there too.
Not in our initial conversation.
Not in the initial, but then
at the end of the night.
Y'all were talking later, and I did take a video of this.
Yeah.
So
we were talking at the end of the night to say goodbye to each other. And he also informed me, he was like, do you know that we have a high school reunion Saturday night?
And you were unwell.
I was shaking, physically shaking. Because
that's what went
I
through your
should
mind.
know when our high school reunions are. I planned the 20-year.
You are president of Charlotte.
Yes, thank you. And I do not understand why I was left in the dark. I was going to say left in the blue, but that's out of the blue. Left in the dark is how I felt.
You were literally there as the influencer of Charlotte.
Yeah, I was the best influencer. So please let me know the things so that I can influence.
But you now said that you found out it's more of a school sanctioned.
So I start digging on Facebook. I go to the Can You Stop That Red Machine Hell No Facebook page.
Oh, because you thought it was all them leaving you out?
Yes!
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. So I go and I'm like, let's see who's going to be in the electric chair today. And I see that July 13th is our 25-year high school reunion. That's already been planned, I think, by Jay Brown at Heist Brewery. And there's, a whole thing on it. And I just had missed it and hadn't even commented on it.
Okay, well, I'm glad that you did end up looking then.
I did end up looking. So then I text Jay this morning and I say, I am so confused. I know that the July 13th thing is going on, but has it been changed? Like, did so many people say, no, I'm out of town, it's summer, and has it been changed to tomorrow night? And he said, no, that is like a CCHS thing.
Yes.
So Charlotte Catholic, I think at the end of the year, kind of always has
like the alumni
come back.
And that's what Charlotte Christian does that every year at homecoming.
Right.
It's an invitation for all the alumni to come. There's an alumni tent and beverages.
And they do that too. So I'm like, but that's in October or something. Why are we talking about this right now? So he said, yes, it's just like a CCHS thing that they are doing at the end of the year, starting with a mass and then going into another thing. And I said, okay, so that's the high school sanction thing.
Yeah.
The July thing is the fun thing.
Yes.
He's like, exactly. And then he said they sent letters about it. And that's when I remembered that I told Charlotte Catholic, don't send me letters and don't ask for my money ever again. So that's on me.
That is
Do not send me from the Alumni Association one more call out for monies from me. My parents gave what they could when they did for tuition.
Yes.
I am not Catholic anymore.
Correct.
Ma'am.
That's, honestly, Matt and I talk about this every time we get some kind of petition from either Florida State University, NC State University, Charlotte Christian School. And my thing is like, my kids are now going to another Christian school, and there's just no way ever, 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 ever that I'm going to give a dime to Charlotte Christian. I'm sorry. My kids aren't there.
Yeah.
It's not happening. I'm doing enough fundraising over here. You're doing enough fundraising for your girls' school.
Literally doing so much fundraising. I am asking people for money, I feel like once a week at least on my platform. I can't, and also, I don't go to Catholic church.
No.
My children do not attend this school.
No.
And if they did, like, you would already be getting my tuition anyway.
Yeah. I just think it's the multi-millionaires that can be handing over the cash to Florida State, let's say. They need to stop sending us those letters.
Thank you for bringing this up. I've been meaning to say this.
Say it.
And I'm going to.
Okay, let's do it.
The FSU circus tent was annihilated by a tornado.
Yes.
Okay, a tornado came ripping through Tallahassee, through the campus, and it took out this iconic circus tent.
The circus tent. It is very well known.
It's very well known, and it's been up for like 70 plus years, you guys. And Lily goes down for that camp.
Yes.
Y'all have heard us talk about it. She goes down to that camp. She's been the last 2 summers. We were so upset about this. Well, of course, everyone's like, how can we help? We will rebuild, build back better.
Yeah.
And we're like, and so I'm thinking, you know what? Like, of course, this is devastating. We have so many memories there. We want them to rebuild this.
Yeah.
But obviously there's insurance through the university.
Sure.
And I'm sure that they're just working out that kind of dollar amount.
Yeah.
And then things will start to come together. Days later, I see that the FSU Circus has had to post a GoFundMe. Yes.
FSU Circus
Yes.
had to post their own GoFundMe.
Yes.
Was it not insured?
I'm sure it's insured. That's what I'm so confused about. I'm like, also.
It's a university that's making millions of dollars. Take a drop in the bucket for the Florida State football program and give it to the circus people.
The endowments that FSU gets alone. Y'all, some of these universities, just so that you know, and I'm extra, I think, just bitter about this because we are working so hard to scrape together scholarship money for Bella to go to school.
Yeah.
And then our FAFSA, and then the financial aid, and the payment plans and everything. And what I know to be true is that these universities have such humongous endowments that they could actually give a scholarship to every single student and still have billions of dollars, some of them, or hundreds of millions of dollars, some of them.
Correct.
And I know FSU is one of these. So please, could you go to your board and say, this is what's happened, and it's going to cost, let's say, $15,000, $50,000. I don't know how much a circus tent is, to be honest with you.
I would say even if it literally was $1 million.
That's my point.
Open the coin purse. You can afford it, Scrooge. But that makes me so mad they're having to have their own GoFundMe. It's actually embarrassing for the school and it's humiliating, and that's really gross to me.
I think it's such a bad look. The optics of that are so atrocious to me. And this is not on the FSU circus. They're just doing what they have to do.
It's not on the circus.
This is on FSU.
On the school.
On the
administration of it all. I'm shocked.
The board should have done something and said, no, don't do that. We got it. We will cut a check right now and get a new tent.
Are people giving to this?
Yes, they are. And I'm watching people like, I only have $5 because I'm a student, but here you go. Lily goes, Mom, can we give some? And I was like, sure, because it's so important to Lily. She was like, let me know when you've done it. It's really important to me. But it shouldn't be on us to have to rebuild this circus tent when it is part of a massive university with so much money being funneled into it.
We are going to clip this out.
Please.
We are going to make it a reel.
Please.
We are going to make it go viral because Florida State, and I can say this as one of your biggest fans, you should feel a little bit of shame right now. I said in the last episode, we need to bring shame back.
Yep.
Bring back shame.
Yep.
And build back better.
Build back better, bring back shame. That's the triple B we need to be talking about, not the Better Business Bureau. Nay. No. I'm speaking directly to the FSU board.
Yes.
Okay? Whoever's doling out this money. The fact that you are watching the FSU circus people put together a GoFundMe and have to promote it.
No.
To get a new circus tent built on your university when you know the history of the circus. It is the longest running circus. There are only 2 universities who even have one, and you are one of them. And they are having to beg people for money for the rebuilding because I guess you're not giving it. And that is not okay.
I mean, the insurance alone is problematic. We need to figure out what's going on with that. And we need to understand why they're not reaching into their pockets and saying, hey, y'all have been a draw to this school for so many years. Y'all put on a camp every year. You bring so much joy and excitement. People don't care about the arts, okay? They don't care.
Your word of the year.
It's my word of the year.
And now, look what's happened.
I know. Look what's happened.
Under your tutelage. And you declared this. You said the arts.
It's like
and look what FSU has done.
I am sickened over this.
It's sick.
It's sick, and we're gonna fix it.
Yep, fix it.
Know that because
fix it, Felix.
We
Wreck-It
are
Ralph.
a Bob Award-winning podcast. Thankfully, people do know that,
especially now after last night.
We're at the event because no one knew why anyone was there. And because of that power, we will make sure that this gets remedied.
You. I am so pissed about this, and I've been meaning to speak about it.
Sick.
It's sick. And I don't want you to go to another game until this has been fixed.
What about the game in Dublin?
Y'all aren't going to Dublin.
Oh, shoot. We have until the 3rd weekend of August to get this fixed.
Well, then I guess you have some work to do. You better clickety-clack down to Tallahassee and speak to that board.
Have I told you? Okay, so for some reason, the opening game for Florida State is in Ireland.
Dublin.
In Dublin. So I have to figure out what to wear to support Florida State while also being in Ireland. Wow. How am I going to marry those two things?
You guys, remember when Kristen was trying to be relatable last podcast? Last episode, when they changed her private school kids' calendars and the size smalls are really, really lacking in boutiques. This is her next way of coming off relatable to y'all. So if anybody has any suggestions, we would love you to leave a comment. How do you think Kristen can best dress for her husband's college alma mater's home opener in Dublin, Ireland? Thank you.
Can anyone relate? Anybody out there?
It's super. You know what? Thank you so much for being so vulnerable. That's what I'm going to say. You're really being so vulnerable.
I am here to be open. I'm an open book. Okay? Again, the cross that I bear, it's a hard one, and I'm going to have to think for months. I'm going to have to figure this out.
Well,
How do we cross Irish lore with Seminole vibes?
Yep.
These are two peoples that I don't think ever crossed paths.
I don't think so. No.
I don't think that the Irish potato farmers ever even knew that Native Americans were kikiing down in Florida.
I don't think so either. And I think that what we're going to do, it's going to have to be a lot of maybe green feathers.
Ooh.
So, like, you're going to have to combine feathers, and you can get green, at Dollar Tree.
Yes.
You could make something really cool.
I need a green headdress.
Yeah, it needs to just be green, gold, white, maybe, because they have gold and white already, so you're just replacing the red with green.
And before anybody comes for us about wearing a headdress or putting on a feather, please know that the Seminole tribes of Florida love Florida State.
Maybe not after the circus thing, but until now, they do.
Up until now, they have loved Florida State. You want to know why? Because the pockets do run deep, and those Florida State jingle in the jeans.
Jingle in the jeans. Wow.
Do give handsomely to the Seminole tribes that are right in Tallahassee and in that area.
Yeah.
And the tribes love it. And so we also have the guy that comes out and with the horse and, throws the spear at the beginning of all the football games and it's on fire and everybody's going crazy. That's usually a guy from the Seminole tribe. Yes. They really support it. And so they like it.
Yeah.
So let us wear the feathers. Yeah. Let us do the things. Yeah. We're leaning into the theme.
It's just like of all the things. The things for people to be so angry about.
People just want to be pressed about anything because Americans are bored.
And
privileged.
Yeah. It's things are just so good.
Yeah, things are too good that we're like, what can we be outraged about?
Not that there aren't some serious problems. Y'all know we've got to get these food prices down.
Oh,
we can't stop talking about it. We know that. We know that there are problems. We're just saying, like, of all the things for people to be like, this is the mountain I'm dying on.
Tell people when we were taking a photo with Dana.
Oh, my gosh. So back to last night. So Michelle, you guys' wife, teacher Michelle, she is like, okay, let me get a picture of the two of you with Dana. We put Dana in the middle, of course. So
Harris Teeter Dana. Y'all know her.
Yeah, Harris Teeter Dana. And Michelle goes, okay, 1, 2, 3, say Wegmans. Peak humor for me. That's peak humor because it's so niche. It shows you're paying attention. And Dana cannot handle a competitor's grocery name ever being put in her present. She
doesn't want to hear Food Lion, Publix, Wegmans.
Oh, don't say Publix now.
Yeah, Publix is absolutely not from Dana.
Oh, do not say that now. Yeah. You might have to bleep that out. Just leave the X on the end, the P and the X. Let her know that we respect her enough to bleep that out. Oh, my God. But that's what we said.
Oh, my God.
We said it. But she said, say Wegmans. And I died. And I looked right at Dana's face because I knew it was going to be like, ugh.
And my mouth was agape. You were leaning in. Anyway, Michelle got a hilarious photo of the shock on Dana's face.
It was so good.
And then you shouted out that Dana was going to lower prices, you guys. She's lowering prices. And Dana was like, please do not promise that. Please.
I was like, don't worry, Harris Teeter's here to lower prices, everybody. I had one Freddie Spritz Jr. at that point. That's all I needed.
Yeah, that's all you needed.
Freddie Spritz Jr. How cute is that?
That was really
cute. Great alcohol names.
And mine was Gotta Catch 'Em All.
Gotta Catch 'Em All.
And I kept referencing Pokemon all night.
Yeah, you sure did. And we talked about that with the Killingsworth people.
The Killingsworth bug people.
I think so.
We did offer to come dressed as bugs to their next event.
Yeah, we ended up settling on lightning bugs and doing a neon party. We were like, y'all need to do a neon party. Like lightning bugs light up neon and then it could be like a neon glow party. And they were like, okay. Kristen goes, well, it's a grasshopper.
It's a bug. It's a bug.
Killingsworth will kill him.
When we get going in conversation with people, I swear they are looking around like, what vortex have I entered? What dimension am I in?
It is a sight to behold. These two Killingsworth people. It was Kristen and I were facing each other. They were facing each other. So it was like four square. And we're just riffing, okay? And I'm looking back and forth at their eyes, and they're like,
they don't even know what to say.
Every once in a while, they'd be like, that's a great idea. Hadn't thought about that. That's a great idea.
I am dying.
Oh God, it was so funny. That was like such a funny conversation to have. And at the end of the night, because now I'm 2.5 Freddie Prinzes in.
That's right. And this girl,
2.5.
I'll tell you
and
what.
that's enough for me.
She can get anybody giggling and going. It's my favorite thing to behold.
It was really, because I said, we were talking.
What?
We were talking about hair colors. We were talking about hair colors. She was like, she's a redhead.
Yes.
And we were showing them the cover art for our podcast so that they'd remember us. We're like, oh, we dress as cats too. Da, da, da. And then she's like, oh, I get it. The red hair and the purple hair. And I'm like, yeah. And I said, you've got red hair. Like, you could be one of us. And she was like, yeah, but it's fake. It's fake, red. And I was like, well, so is she.
So is mine.
I was like, she's not a real redhead. And then me, I always have to take it one step too far.
You did this with who?
I do it every time.
You did it at BravoCon.
I know.
What's her face?
I know. I do it every single time. I just can't stop myself. So instead, we all know purple hair is not real either. It actually doesn't need to be said.
Yeah.
But I decided to go with, and the carpet doesn't match the drapes.
Carpet doesn't match the drapes, huh?
Just to relate, because she's like, no, I'm a natural blonde. And I'm like, I'm a natural brunette. So as you know, the carpet doesn't match the drapes. It's like, we're trying to get them to be a sponsor. We're trying to get them to be a sponsor, and I decided to say that. 2.5 Freddie Prinze Juniors. Then Freddie Spritz Juniors. Excuse me, Freddie Spritz Juniors.
Oh,
but you get it after Freddie Prinze.
You get it.
And so she tries to even bail me out. She tries. She goes, I mean, is there any carpet or something like that? Like,
there's not any carpet down there anyway.
There's not even a carpet. And I'm like, well, there's a little stubble of carpet. I don't know why. I'm like, it's not shag, but like a low mat.
I'm just like, lift up your skirt and show your vagina.
I'm like, actually, I'm sorry it's dark, because if the sun were shining, you could see right through, and then you know.
At this point, I'm like, just show them. Just pull it up and show them. That's where we are. Show this man and woman your vagina. Let's get it all out. Then they'll know.
Get it over with.
Then they'll know.
You've said enough.
Do you want to sponsor us or not? I'm like, so anyway, most of our listeners are in the Carolinas. I can send you the stats if you want to see them.
Chris is trying to forget. She's like, speaking of carpet, there's lots of homes in Charlotte, and we are, we go to a lot of them by our podcast listeners. They have homes, and they're in them, and they might have pests, and so yeah.
So just email me, okay? Send me your email. I'll be in touch. Meanwhile, you're standing there with your vagina out. Just, the breeze.
My stomach hurts so bad. It hurts so bad. Oh, God. I'm crying off all my blue eyeshadow.
The sparkly blue.
God. Oh, my God. Not the sparkly blue eyeshadow. Not the bruised eyeshadow.
Not your bruised eye.
Oh, God, y'all. It was so funny. So many things were happening. And the thing is, I would have said it even without the Freddie Spritz Juniors.
You would have.
I would have.
It's just the truth.
We did an alcohol podcast last week, and here I am talking about all this stuff because I had two Freddie Spritz.
Two Freddie Spritz.
And a half.
2.5.
It's always that last half.
But you know what?
They were not strong, though. Because
I was about to say.
Mixed.
They were not strong. Because, strong. Jameis Winston, Florida State. Strong. Eat the W. Okay, they were not strong because they're pre-mixed, and they know they're just like handing these out one after the other.
Yes.
And that people could just literally be pounding them like a
And the cups were this big.
Yeah, the cups. So you probably had total a shot of vodka.
Yeah, I probably did have a shot
and was it high quality? We don't know.
I don't know. It was delicious. That was a fantastic cocktail. Freddie Spritz Jr.
It was.
I will have another one.
And it wasn't too sweet.
Nope. It was really sour because it was, I think that it was a dragon fruit vodka, and then it was a lemon something.
Yeah.
And then it was Prosecco. Yeah. So
it was the perfect.
I don't know what the lemon was, but it was like a mixer of some sort, but it was really punched up.
Yes.
I want it more sour than sweet.
Did you sleep okay?
Yeah. We waited for Joshua to get home.
Okay, y'all. So Joshua was supposed to be there, but he got stuck on a job.
And he really wanted to be there. This is, it is pulling teeth to get him to show up to things. He's not a social person. He doesn't like to be around crowds.
But this one, he wanted to be there.
He wanted to be there because he wanted to celebrate us.
Yes.
He really does.
Sweet.
He is so proud of us for what we're accomplishing and doing and all the things. And he really, really did want to be there. And it's just a fun event. Yeah. It's not a stuffy thing.
Oh, yeah. No, it wasn't stuffy.
We're not having to sit down at a table at a gala and he's in an uncomfortable suit.
Yes.
Eating what he calls leaves instead of lettuce. Please do not serve my man leaves. He just wants iceberg or romaine.
Not leaves.
He said, these are leaves. Like the spring mix.
Yeah.
He's like, this is just grass at this point.
Yes.
Please don't serve me this.
Spring mix is giving leaf. I think spinach is giving leaf.
Yes, he just wants a crunchy, crispy iceberg and romaine. And I agree.
Yeah.
Now, I will eat a spring mix. I will. And I love radicchio in there.
My favorite is an arugula.
I do love arugula too.
I think it is the most versatile of lettuces.
Yeah.
Why? Because you can put arugula on almost anything.
Yes.
It can go on top of a pizza.
It can.
I've seen it on a burger.
Avocado toast. Which you don't like.
I don't like that.
Avocado.
But if there's a bounty of arugula, I might.
I do like arugula, and I love it when it's just lightly dressed.
Yes, with like oil and lemon.
Yeah, just a little oil and lemon, some good coarse salt.
Oh.
And then some burrata.
I had burrata yesterday at the Loyalist. It was good. I think they had arugula on that.
I bet they did.
I think they did.
I bet they did. Ooh, and a drizzle of honey.
Mm-hmm. Little balsamic.
Yeah. Oh! You know what's getting real popular? I'm seeing people do white balsamic everywhere right now.
What is white balsamic? I've never seen.
I brought a salad today. It's in the fridge downstairs. We're gonna have some of it on our break.
Stop.
Yes, it's a white balsamic.
Is it literally white?
It is. It's like a creamier color. It's
so
not as dark.
Is it from white vinegar?
I don't know. I don't know.
We'll find out. We'll eat it. We'll take a break. We'll look it up.
Balsamic is dark, so why are they calling it a white balsamic? I will figure this out, and I will let you know. But anyway, Joshua was waiting on one truck to deliver one specific thing. It was supposed to be there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Stupid.
3 trucks showed up yesterday. Every single time he was like, okay, if this one has the thing on it, then I'll be able to put it in an hour and I'll be able to get home by the event. Okay, if it's on this truck, I won't come to the beginning of the event, but I'll be able to come 2 hours later into it. Okay, if this is the truck, so the truck showed up at 4:04. The event started at 6:30.
Yeah, and Josh is down in Georgia.
Yeah, he was in Georgia in like Canton, outside of Atlanta. So he got home at almost 1. What time did he text you saying he got home?
Oh my gosh.
He texted the group chat.
1. Oh, that's terrible.
He texted our group chat. The girls fell asleep in the bed waiting up for him.
Oh, I saw that picture. It was really cute.
I know.
Okay.
We tried. We tried to hang.
He texted at 12:30.
Yeah, so that's when he walked in the door and he was finally home. So he missed it, but he did really want to be there. He is very proud of us, and you can tell in his text messages to me like how bummed he was. And even when he called, he's like, "Babe, I'm so sorry."
And then what did the band play?
Yellow by Coldplay.
And that's y'all's song.
It is, and he would have danced with me to it.
He would have.
Yeah, he would have groped me the whole time.
He would have groped.
Yeah, he would have been touching the carpet.
Yeah, the non-existent carpet. The stubble carpet. That's not purple. As soon as it came on, because I knew that was y'all's song, I started recording you. Just you swaying and listening to the music. And then Matt came up and danced with you.
He's so sweet. Matt is my husband.
He's your stand-in when Josh can't be there.
I know. And it's very really sweet. That was so nice of Matt to do.
Yeah, he wanted you to have.
He's such a thoughtful person like that.
But then he said, I was like, oh, let me send this to Josh. He said, don't send it. I don't want Josh to feel like some kind of way about it.
He would never feel some kind of way about that.
I don't think Josh is like that.
He would never feel. He's not a jealous type.
No.
He wouldn't feel. He would be like, that was really nice of Matt to do.
Oh.
Like he would think that was really sweet. I didn't get to recap him on anything.
Yeah, because it was so late.
Yeah, it was so late. He got home. We had to move the girls out of our bed. They wanted to say hi to him real quick, and then they had to brush teeth, the whole thing. I mean, we poured ourselves into bed 1-something, I want to say, and then I did finally fall asleep, but then I woke up like way before my alarm went off. I woke up in like this. I woke up in like the 7 o'clock hour, somewhere in there.
I went off with my alarm, and I knew I should set it. I was like, I need to set my alarm because I felt. I didn't have many drinks. I had like a drink and a half.
Yeah.
I had like a drink and a half, but I just knew I was like kind of drained.
Yes.
Like just from
Peoply. It's so peoply.
Peopling.
Yeah.
And we went to bed late too. And I thought I better set an alarm because we got to get up in here and record.
Now, because your kids don't have school, are they sleeping in?
Tinsley is.
Okay.
Tinsley has figured out that it's good to sleep in.
Oh, God, love it.
And
what are the boys doing?
I would say the boys are sleeping in until around 8. So they are somewhat, but Tinsley can push it till like 10 sometimes.
Amazing.
So I'm like, girl, do it. Like, this is your
Just
time
do
in your
it.
life to sleep in.
Yes.
And I'm saying to Tristan, I'm like, buddy, you're going to bed at 10 or 10:30 because it's summer. So let yourself sleep in. What are you doing?
Is he allowed to get on the iPad when he wakes up?
No.
I was going to say, take that away in the morning. Your kids will start to sleep.
Oh.
And I mean your plural, not your.
We realized that if
that they're waking up to get on.
If they know screens await, that they're going to be, their eyeballs might twitch open and
like,
immediately it's that adrenaline rush because kids are addicted to these things. And so we have said, do not touch them. What we have decided for summertime screen time is it will be earned.
Yeah.
You will earn it. So if you're wanting to game with your friends that night or later in the day, we're going to look at what you did that day.
Yeah.
Did you get in your touches on the soccer ball? Did you read some of your book? Did you work on your piano? Whatever it is, be productive, put things out into the world, and then we'll see if you can get on a screen.
That's right. That's
Because
right.
I'm over it.
But if you're a parent and
I'm over the screens.
Yeah, and you use the iPad in the morning, even to like buy yourself more time, just know that your kids might be waking up specifically to get on them. You're like, why does my kid wake up so early? Because that's iPad time.
Yeah, they're trying to get on the screen.
They're trying to get on the screen.
And Lachlan calls it scream.
Oh, that's cute.
He calls it scream time.
Scream time.
And I'm like, sometimes it is scream time.
It makes me want to scream at you every time I look
You know
over.
what, buddy? It is scream time.
It is scream time.
But anyway, we're
he's back home. Joshua's back home.
Joshua is back home.
He's back home for I think 2 days, and then he heads to Boise for a week, maybe.
Not the Boise.
Boise. He's headed to Boise, Idaho, which we do have listeners in Idaho.
Hey,
Shout out
yeah.
to our Idaho peeps. I'm trying to convince one of them to come on the cruise. I'm like, let's go.
Let's go. We were trying to convince a few people to come on the cruise.
Yeah,
we did have some podcasts come up to us and say hello, and it was so sweet and wonderful. I loved meeting and seeing some of the faces, recognizing some of the like Instagram handles because you don't quite know what people's real names are, whatever.
Yeah, no. I never know.
I never know. I mean, we literally would be like, what's your handle?
Well, I said, oh, here's Observant Turtle.
Yeah, you did.
That's my friend Whitney.
Yeah.
But she's Observant Turtle to me.
Turtle.
Because that's how I just recognize her every day on Instagram.
Yes.
So I'm like, Observant Turtle, this is Kristen. Kristen, Observant Turtle.
And I love that handle.
I know. It's really cute. It's really cute.
But we just had the best time. And I want to say, podcasts, you guys are the best. The only reason we won this award is because y'all voted for us.
That's voted it. And voted and
That's
voted.
it. No, I mean, even if we voted some of the days, it was everything that you guys put in.
Yes.
And thought to think.
Yep.
To throw us a vote every day, every other day, whenever it was. And that's the reason that we were able to be there. And for me to stand up there and
hold
shout
it up. Hold it up.
Wait. Oh, this?
You made this.
I made this.
You made this, but we forgot to bring the stickers.
Oh, shoot.
We did get a little sticker.
We did get a sticker, but look, a year ago, I made this award for us.
She manifested it.
And here it is now for real.
Yep.
In our studio. But I am wondering, aren't we supposed to get like a plaque or something?
I don't know if you get a plaque or not, but I know what a lot of people do is they frame the magazine.
The magazine.
Well, they put the sticker on the door or whatever of their storefront, but then they frame them. Like Hilliard has all of theirs framed up in the studio.
And it's the magazine.
It's the magazine cover of the year. Of that year.
Okay, so that's what I'm going to do, and we'll put it here on the wall. I might do a little rearranging. I might hang Lance Bass. You don't know. Maybe next time you take a peep onto the YouTubes, you're going to see that this looks a little different.
Okay.
Just saying.
I like when Kristen gets redecoration hair up her ace.
And you know what? Next week when we record, we have somebody special that's going to be on here with us.
We do, and we got to see her last night. I think we can
say it?
Yes, we have Brittany with Love is Blind.
Woo!
Coming on the pod. We're going to be recording next week. We are so excited to talk to her because, I mean, she made it all the way.
Yes.
Even though their relationship didn't, make it to the altar, They still had a great storyline, but they got so little time in the reunion.
Yes.
And there is so much I want to know.
I think there's a lot of question marks, and maybe so many question marks. That's why they didn't touch it at the reunion.
Maybe there just wasn't time. But like, why are we revisiting with all these old Love is Blind couples? Some of them weren't even like on the show. Like Giannina was, but she's now with Balake from Bachelor. And I'm like, he wasn't even on Love is Blind. Why are we catching up with them?
I don't know.
Why are we not catching up more with Brittany?
And we needed more of Jimmy and Chelsea.
Chelsea and Jimmy.
So anyway, we're excited to have her on.
Chelsea. We needed that. So we're going to get all the tea. She started to talk some at the podcasting event that we met at.
Yes.
And she was telling another guy because he was like, oh, I don't know who you are. Like, what's Love is Blind? I've never even seen the show. So she starts to give the premise, and I'm kind of like, I don't want to hear anything.
Yes.
Because I want to come in blind to your love story. And I don't want to hear any of this. So I tried to really like not pay attention at that time when she was kind of talking to him. But there is so much good stuff to go over.
Oh, I cannot wait. Matt was
much.
I was going to tell you this.
Yeah.
So Matt watched Love is Blind with me. He was, every week he was there with me. He was watching the episodes, very invested into this.
Of course he was.
And then it's getting towards the end of the night because it was the bedtime for the girls.
Yes. Yes.
For Brittany and her and Mandy, her podcast.
Mandy, Brittany's podcast co-host, they have a podcast called Empowered. And Mandy's like, I go to bed at 9:30 and I sleep till 6:30 every night. I get a full 9 hours every single night. And she's like, we gotta go.
Uninterrupted sleep, 9 hours. I was
Could you even imagine? Every night.
Every night. And so we said, we'll let you go. But before they left, I went and snagged Matt and I was like, come meet Brittany from Love is Blind. And when I tell you, he truly was delighted.
Well, she's delightful,
She is so nice.
Oh, so nice.
His face lit up. I mean, I don't know the last time I saw him so lit up.
It's like those reels. Y'all know the ones where it's like my husband on our wedding day, and he's like, and then it's like my husband catching his first fish.
Yeah.
And he's like, that's what it is.
That was Matt with Brittany. And I loved it. It was
Matt with you, Matt with Brittany.
And it was so sweet. And she's a delight.
Delight.
The skin
is skinning.
And the makeup.
Yeah, she's a makeup artist.
Flawless.
Yeah.
Flawless. When she is in here, I'm going to make her get real close to this computer video here. And
what is this?
What is this called? It's called a camera.
It's a scream.
It's called a camera. It's scream time.
It's scream time.
It's scream time.
We're going to get Brittany close to that scream, and you're going to see her skin, and she is a makeup artist, so she knows how to do that.
It's good.
The skin is flawless. Now, I will say she's 25.
Okay, I do forget that.
She's 25.
Because I do think she's giving such maturity.
She is. She's so spiritually, emotionally mature.
She is.
That she comes off older just for that reason, I think.
I think so. Exactly. She's giving off older, not because of the looks.
No.
It's just, when I think of girls in their mid-20s, they're not necessarily giving off that energy, but man, she seems wise beyond her years. She is slow to speak, quick to listen, so tender. I just really like her.
I really like and the whole Love is Blind fame and notoriety and everything has not gone to her.
No.
Not at all. She didn't come to the Bob Awards to be like, I'm the person from Love is Blind.
Not at all.
If anybody wants to talk to me, not one bit. That's not who she is.
No.
And that's not how she was at the podcasting event that I was at with her. Anything. She's just a normal, down-to-earth, really nice girl. And we got to find her a man.
We got to find her a man. But I'm telling you, for a girl that mature in her mid-20s.
It's going to be tough because there's so many F-boys.
So many in her age group. I do think she's going to maybe need to look a little older.
Yeah.
She's going to need to be looking in the 35s.
That's why she did Love is Blind, because she's like,
yeah,
I need to do something because I know that the pool of dudes I have to choose from right now,
it ain't good.
Not great. So maybe I'll try this and see if this could be the one, you know. And unfortunately,
it was a flop.
He wouldn't get off the phone.
It was a flop.
He really wouldn't get off the phone.
I cannot wait to ask her these questions. I am very excited to get the dirty
details.
details.
She is so ready to talk about them. She was interviewed on Danny Austin's podcast.
Oh, that's right. She was.
I did not listen specifically,
Look at us.
Yeah. She's been interviewed on some humongous podcasts, and she still said yes to us.
So do you think we should listen to those to know what questions they ask so we don't repeat?
No, because we don't want to hear her answers. We want to be surprised by her answers. We won't be repeating answers. I know us enough to be clever.
We're clever, and we do get to the bottom of things, and we have a way of, especially with you, that people want to tell you their dirty secrets.
It's coming.
Okay.
It's coming. I'm not worried about. There's of course some things that we're going to have to ask that she has probably already answered before about production. Like there are so many questions I want to know about how the sausage is made.
Even like the set.
Yes, I want to know that. And so I'm sure she's had to answer that a couple of times, but I think our listeners want to know that too without having to go to another podcast to listen to it.
So she might have to repeat herself.
She's a professional, she will, but we will get some good exclusives.
Okay.
We will get original content from her that no one has heard anywhere else. And I just know that to be true, and I'm manifesting it, and it'll be great.
Okay. I like that. And before we go, I got to say this. We did not shout out Joe Uguy Van Gosbeck.
Joe Uguy Van Gosbeck.
Came correct to our party.
Yep.
With a t-shirt. Yep. The t-shirt was made by a fellow podcat, by the way.
Was. By, what do they call her? She has a shortened name. And it's Finn?
Flan. Oh, I did it. I used my brain.
Oh my God.
Woo.
Whoa.
Flan.
I don't love Flan the dessert, but I love Flan this person who made Joe's shirt, because what did it say?
It said, "You guy."
In like a graffiti script. It said, "You guy."
You guy.
And in the middle of it, in between the "you guy," was a cat wearing
headphones.
There were 2 crowns.
Yes.
On each side.
And a lightning bolt.
2 Ys and then 2 lightning bolts.
For Tom Zanzival. Can you even? So Flan designed this. Joe had it commissioned. He wore it as a surprise to the event. And boy, were we surprised.
We were so surprised. It was, this is just, we have the best friends.
Best people around us.
You really do.
I did.
They're all your friends.
They're all your friends too.
But I met them because of you. Like, you just attract really good people who want to show up. I was even talking to Lisa about it. Yeah, I might have known Lisa.
Ooh, yeah, you
first time podcasting. I knew Lisa first because I knew them right when they moved here. But she still met you outside of me.
Well, that's true.
So she still had to love you.
That's true. To bring me around.
Yeah, and then I met you through her. So of course Lisa came too.
Yes, Lisa.
So we had Lisa who
was there.
Introduced us at her Jersey Shore party. So
Yeah.
Lisa was there. Aaron, Buckley, Ashley were there.
Joe and Michelle.
Matt.
Dana.
I mean, is this not just the most Podcats crew of all Podcats crew?
What a crew. And I was hoping more podcasts would come so they could meet these superstars.
I know, me too. Like, hello.
Who we talk about all the time.
All the time. You've got Dr. Beaver's wife here.
Yes.
You've got Town Bank's wife here.
Yes. But did I tell you? I don't know if I told you this. So at Brian's 40th birthday party, this was at Buckley's house. She had thrown a party. And so a lot of the players were there. Ashley Beaver, Gigi, we talk about a lot. Aaron, all that. So Emily, who's been good friends with Buckley for a long, long time, she's a podcast. Hey, Emily Bryant.
Hey, Emily.
If you're listening to this one. She walks in and comes to sit down with all the girls, and she looks around and she says, I feel like I'm at a celebrity event.
Oh my God, that's so cute.
I feel like I know all of you guys.
They do.
She was using the lingo.
Oh, I love
She knew who everybody was. She was like, Dr. Beaver's wife.
Great.
Gigi knows the Bible.
Yeah.
Teacher Michelle. Librarian Aaron. Like, she knew everybody. And she said she felt like she was around podcast royalty. And I said, Emily, I like that energy.
And y'all, a lot of these people are coming on our cruise. So if you want to meet them and hang out with them and party and like kiki for 3 days, then come on our cruise because they're coming.
You guys, the cruise, I feel like I'm drumming up and I'm getting excited. And when I was holding that mic last night,
it felt cruise like.
It did. I felt, because I wondered,
Yeah.
how am I going to feel live recording in front of a bunch of people? But when I had that mic in my hand,
You were so natural.
I said, I've done this enough now.
Yeah, you have.
I've done it enough.
You're a pro.
You have drugged me along.
Yep.
You've shown me the ropes.
Finally got her to say yes.
And now I can do it.
Yeah, now you won't shut up. It's great.
I
love it. She was like, hand me that microphone, sir. I got this. And I know exactly what I'm going to say. Because my stage moms are right there making sure.
Mouthing. I need my.
And I are like,
make sure. Christiana, triple.
Don't forget to say All that to say,
it's a podcast.
I mean,
won the Pop
we were like, we need to do less.
No, I
We
need
need to do less.
I need my Leo stage moms.
Well, if I think that recaps the Bible words for y'all.
We had a great time.
Bible words.
The Bible words.
Bible words. I think it recaps the Bible words. I'm sure there were other stories, and as we go through our pictures and videos, we will find them. And if any of those need to go to tier 2, or tier 1, we'll be sure to do a special episode because I feel like there could be something.
Yeah, I think maybe on tier 1 and 2, I am going to share the video of you with your ex.
Okay, go ahead and do it. Ex, we use very loosely. Never kissed him, never held his hand.
He's your ex, and I just want people to know that.
He is one of the many exes that I did absolutely nothing with.
But you have no regrets because you are so wildly attracted to Joshua now.
Yes.
And you wildly.
Yes. I'm like, he's still the hottest guy like ever to walk into a room. Even though Adam he's a very good looking guy. And I will say that we just had a good looking group of boys my senior year.
You were saying that.
The boys in my class, they were good looking then. And objectively or subjectively?
Either way.
Okay, they were just good-looking boys, and they all are still good-looking boys to this day. Like they didn't like.
They don't have the beer belly.
They didn't glow down.
They're not balding.
They just all just all stayed where they were or glowed up.
I think men as they age mainly glow up.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like it's hard to get worse, I think, as a dude. And
it makes me upset because
you're working so hard.
I am working so hard
to not look like you've aged.
I have every device.
Yeah.
I am doing everything I can to not age. And for men, the older looking they are, the hotter they
get.
A little more wrinkles.
Yes.
The hands are more callous.
Joshua's getting so much gray hair, and I love it.
It's just giving like masculinity.
Yes.
And I am
alpha
on that right now. I am on book 5. Sorry, I'm on book 5.
Well, now that I can see,
yes,
I think I will like to read more.
Yes,
because I genuinely could not see. So I did. I picked up the book today just to test it out.
And you could see it better?
And I was like, oh my God, this is going to make such a difference in my life.
Okay, you're going to really enjoy. I want you to pour yourself a spritz.
Okay.
I want you
not a Freddy spritz.
Not a Freddy spritz.
No.
Maybe just a non-alc.
Yeah, spritz.
As Kyle would say, a non-alc.
Non-alc, yep.
Go outside on your porch.
I have so much Bravo stuff to say. We've got to do a Bravo rush if we can squeeze it.
Okay, I think we can.
Okay, go out on my porch.
Go out on your porch.
Mm-hmm.
Bring your book. Bring the spritz. Tell your kids, Mama needs an hour.
Yeah.
And
they don't bother me anyway.
Yeah, they don't.
They
and
don't.
Just read.
Today's their last day of school.
Put your glasses on. Okay.
Okay.
So last time we recorded it was my kids.
I found that out because you
didn't know today was their last day?
I don't know any of their school stuff. I don't look at their grades.
It's Bella's last day of school ever, and you didn't know.
Because here's the thing. Listen before you make me out to be the worst mom in the world.
I'm judging you.
I know you are. Finals are next week.
Okay.
And so I was just like, okay, well, they still have finals and then this and then that. But both my girls tested out of all their finals. So neither of them have any. And so that's why today's their last day.
You can test out of finals? I don't know anything about this.
Okay, so I don't know if this is a new CMS thing, if this was introduced during COVID, like when they wouldn't give anybody less than a 50 and all the things, when they shut down the whole thing. And for 21 months in public school here in Charlotte. Anyway, still pissed. And I won't ever not be. So on my deathbed, just know I will be saying that.
Yeah, because
and I'm okay with that.
Time is a resource and we'll never get it back.
Sure.
Yep. Know that.
So anyway, they I think maybe started this then. I don't know. But basically it's a tiered system. So if you have an A and less than 3 absences, you can test out. If you have a B and less than 2 absences, you can test out. If you have a C and only 1 absence, I think you can test out. And then if you have a D, it does not matter. You still have to take it. And if you have more than 3 absences, you have to take it no matter what your grade is. So the incentive, and I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, so don't come for me, but just know that you can Google it.
Yeah.
And I'm not because I'm trying to use my brain for remembering what my children have told me.
Go to cms.k12.org.
.edu. I don't know, and I don't care. So The sooner I'm done with this system. And so the incentive is to show up to class.
I love that it's tied to absences.
Yes, it's tied to absences because there are
smart.
so many kids who are like, I'm in here every day. I'm listening. I'm trying.
Yep.
And I still can't figure this out.
Yeah, that's true.
And so it's like,
yeah, maybe you're like a low B student, but you're still showing up.
Yep.
You're still trying to get the good grades that you can.
and the teacher recognizes
That should
like,
count for something.
Yes. Okay, you are here. You're right. You aren't just skipping school and getting a bad grade.
I like that.
You're here and still struggling. Let's reward you.
Nice.
Yeah. So I think both my girls, I mean, and they were very carefully counting because if they like got their periods or something and started to be in pain at school, it was like, okay, but I really need to test out of this chemistry final. So I'm going to just grin and bear it, take some Midol and call it a day.
Yes.
But then other days she was like, okay, I only have one absence in this one, so I'm going to cash in one of my absences.
Cash it in, baby. Yeah.
And I just know that I'm going to keep an A. So maybe it's 3 absences, you have to have the A. And I don't know how I said it earlier, but the incentive, it's just like, yeah, you could have 3 absences, but if you have an A, you're good. If you have 2 absences and you have a B, you're good. If you have a C, but only 1 absence, then it just shows you're in here, you're trying, you're absorbing the information, but maybe it's just not reflecting in your test scores. And some kids just aren't great test takers, and that is what it is.
It's the truth.
But they're sitting there and they're giving it their best shot.
And you know what I think too is some kids could easily get A's and kind of not show up to class.
Yeah.
So it's kind of saying also to those really smart kids, hey, you still need to show up.
Yeah, because if you get an A because it's just easy for you, but you are missing 4, 5, 6 classes, you're still going to take this final. And go ahead and prove to me all that knowledge that you have.
All that to say.
And they're going to say it. So that's why today's the last day. And good on Joshua, because y'all know I'm sleeping through that. The wake ups and all the things and getting off to school. And I woke up to our family chat this morning and he was like, last day of school pics.
Oh, he took the pics?
He did.
This man.
He did.
That's
he
a
got
good
back
man.
at like 12:30 this morning from working for 4 days non-stop. I mean, around the clock at an install. And then woke up with them and made sure to take the last day of school pics. And so
Did the girls try to like come with good fits? Like what were they doing? Or they were just over it?
No. I mean, well, Lily was wearing what she just typically wears. And then Bella was wearing something. I can't recall what she was wearing now.
Something a little extra special.
Something a little extra special.
Okay, I love that.
Yep. And so that's it. We're about to cruise into summer.
We've been in summer and we've been in summer.
Yeah, you've been in summer.
Yeah.
You're feeling it already. It's early.
You know, when you
It's early, babe.
It's when you have younger-ish kids. They are kind of looking at you going, well, what am I doing today?
What am I doing? What are we doing today? Where are we going?
And as I just said to y'all, we're not doing a lot of screen time.
Yeah. Scream time.
Scream time.
Yeah.
And so we're having to figure that out because I do feel right now more than ever, Matt and I are leaning into the like work from home.
Yep.
I'm doing a lot of work for the podcast and for other things. Same for Matt. And it's like, there's nowhere for me to hide. They find me.
Yes,
I've been trying to find places to hide even in my garage and they find me. And so I said to Matt yesterday, I'm like, we need a more firm plan.
You need office hours.
We need office hours.
And just explain it to your kids. Like, these are our office hours. We work. I mean, I have to say it to my kids. I'm like, I know you don't get it completely that I work from home.
Yes.
And yes, a lot of it is on my phone.
On the phone.
And so it looks like I'm just scrolling, right, you guys? But that's not it.
No.
Everything I do is on my phone.
Yes.
And so I'm like, I need you to respect that still. And as if I am working at a desk with a laptop and someone on my ear, like that I'm like on a conference call. I need you to kind of treat it like that. And then just be more cognizant of that.
Yes. Office hours. I'm going to do that.
Maybe put up office hours like a door. If my door is closed, I am actively working. You need to treat it as such, like an office.
I'm going to put a sign on the door.
Yeah.
I really like this idea that you've just given me.
Yeah.
Why are you so full of good parenting advice?
I don't know.
How did you do it?
It comes so easy. Parenting is the only thing in my life. I swear to God, parenting is the only thing in my life that I felt like just came easy.
Well, then Jack and Mary did something right.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, okay. I
They
know
did a lot right.
I know I keep saying before we go, but this really is it. I had a dream about your parents.
What were they doing?
at the beach, I dreamed about them.
Okay.
I fell asleep on the couch while Matt was behind me on the kitchen table doing a puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
And so I could hear him clicking and clacking with the puzzle as I was dozing. Mm-hmm. And so magically in my mind, I was in your parents' house, laying on the couch.
Okay.
And you were the one doing the puzzle because that's what you do.
Of course, love to puzzle.
So you're at that kitchen table, you're doing a puzzle, and you were mad at me because I was sleepy on the couch and I wasn't helping you with this very difficult puzzle.
Yeah.
So you're grumbling and mad. And then you said, and you're not even helping my parents move their furniture.
Oh.
And so then I look and your parents are carrying like a couch, a bed in and out of the bedroom.
You're just sleeping.
And I'm just, and I felt like I was drugged. It was that type of thing in a dream where you're trying to either run or get away and you can't.
Yep.
It was giving that. I was like in sludge.
It's like a sleep paralysis.
And I was like, I really do want to help.
You're like, but I'm so tiny. What can I really do?
And there's your mom, and she's lifting the
that's
furniture,
right.
And
she absolutely is.
Yes, and they are rearranging. They're coming up out of the basement. They're going down to the basement.
Oh my gosh.
All of the things. And I just dreamed I was in their house.
So Mary and Jack, you are in Kristen's subconscious.
You are.
She
you have
streaming.
seeped in.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother level of friendship. When you're dreaming about the parents, I can say pretty confidently I've not dreamt about Dawn and Pam.
Yeah. Dan and Pam.
It's scream time.
It's the scream time.
Never.
But maybe when you come to the beach house one of these days,
sure,
then you will.
Maybe.
Okay, so to be continued on that.
Still waiting for the invite.
Dan and Pam, we'll see you soon.
You heard it.